What's up, guys? I'm Coach Carl. Welcome to today's how-to. Today we're going to be talking about how to determine how many reps you need to be doing, and in turn determine how much weight you need to be lifting as well. So ultimately, the way we can start this out is to kind of figure out, what are we trying to accomplish? Are we trying to build strength? Are we trying to build power? Are we trying to build muscle or hypertrophy, right? Or are we trying to improve muscular endurance? And depending on what our goal is, determines where our rep ranges need to be. So let's start at the bottom of the rep ranges. So 1 to 6 reps, okay? At 1 to 6 reps, we are primarily going to be training for strength and power. So 1 to 6 reps, okay? Strength and power. Now, that's not to say that a little bit of hypertrophy won't go on, but primarily in this rep range, 1 to 6, we're training for strength and power. So what this means is that if we are lifting a weight, and that is what we are trying to accomplish, the weight that we have on the bar, the weight that we should have on the dumbbells, whatever, on the machine, if we can't lift it at least once, obviously that creates a problem. You need to be able to at least do 1 rep. But if you can do it more than 6 times, you need to go a little heavier. Is a good general rule to kind of follow. If this is your goal, rep range 1 to 6, strength and power, if you can do more than 6 reps with that given weight, you need to increase that weight a little bit. All right, so that's 1 to 6. So now what about hypertrophy? What if hypertrophy is our main goal? Well, if hypertrophy is our main goal, we're looking at a rep range of 6 to 12. So hypertrophy, or building muscle, increasing muscle mass, bodybuilding, right? So trying to increase that muscle mass, that's going to be hypertrophy. And that's going to be in a rep range of 6 to 12. Now with this, that's not to say that we're also going to train a little bit of strength here. You will gain strength while building hypertrophy. You may also get a little bit of muscular endurance if you're up towards the top end of there, right? So depending on where you're at with this, if you're lifting a weight that's closer to 6 reps, you're going to probably build a little bit more strength along with your hypertrophy. If you're lifting a weight that you can get at 12 reps, you're going to be building a little bit more muscular endurance with your hypertrophy. This works on a continuum. You get a little bit of everything with each of these rep ranges, but what your main goal is where you want to keep those rep ranges. So 6 to 12, mainly looking at training for hypertrophy. So what about the next one? What about muscular endurance? So muscular endurance, anything 12 and above is where we're looking at training primarily muscular endurance. So we're still getting a little bit of hypertrophy there. You're probably still getting a little bit of strength if you're training within that muscular endurance rep range. That's going to naturally occur, but you're primarily training to improve your muscular endurance, right? You get a little bit of everything with each one of these rep ranges, but primarily 1 to 6, strength and power. 6 to 12, hypertrophy. 12 and above, muscular endurance. So what does this mean for your weight? Well, just to kind of break it down a little simply, is that if you, again, like I said at the beginning, if you're trying to train for strength and you can't lift the weight at least once, you need to lighten the weight. If you can get it more than 6 times, so say you're doing 8 to 10 reps with a weight and you're trying to train for strength, you need to increase that weight to where you're only able to do about 6 reps. Now say you're trying to train for hypertrophy, you want to be within 6 and 12. If you can't get at least 6 reps, you need to lighten that weight a little bit. If you're getting 12 and above and you're trying to train for hypertrophy, you need to increase that weight a little bit. It's not heavy enough. And then same thing for muscular endurance. So if you're not able to get at least 12 reps, ideally you're going anywhere from 15 to 20 for muscular endurance and above. Then if you can't get at least that many, you need to lighten that weight a little bit to be able to get that rep range. So, and of course, if you have any questions about rep range, about weight, about any exercises at all, be sure to grab one of your Team MK Fitness staff members. We're happy to help you out and answer any further questions. You can also see in the comments below, there will be a small attachment of the rep range continuum, so that way you can click and reference that as well. Hope this has been helpful. See you out there.